junior, did you ever wonder how do you compare to the pros? And
Yeah.
do you think now with the UTR it's a good comparison?
Yeah, I mean, from my understanding, it's the most accurate, and the decision is tough. As tough as it is to decide whether or not you should go to college or turn pro. I mean, with a ranking system that's as accurate as one could be, I mean, that would only make the decision easier and less stressful on a player.
You have considered a college career when you were younger.
Yeah.
Was there a particular event that changed your mind, or what happened there?
There's a few things kind of that came into play. I feel like everyone's different. Everyone has a unique setup, situation, whatnot. But I had a good opportunity with New Balance and Sam Duval. You know, he kind of came along in the picture, and you know, I realized the opportunity was there. It's something I've always wanted to do. You know, I didn't think there was a wrong decision, but the way, me personally, I always had the outlook of if I am going to go to college, I would want to go for 2, 3, 4 years. Some guys kind of have a mindset where, yeah, I'll go to college for 1 year and turn pro, which, in my opinion, doesn't do much for you at all. 1 year.
What's the difference? The main difference between the pro tour to the junior tour?
Yeah, it's a huge difference, to be honest. Junior slams and stuff, the level is pretty high, but you would have some matches where you would play and not play your best, not compete your best, and still win. Here at the professional level, especially on the ATP tour level, you can't get away with anything there. Those guys they have so many different ways to beat you, and so you always have to be adjusting throughout the match, and you have to really compete for every single point.
You know, going from the junior to the pros, was it very difficult for you? Was there a big game changer as well?
For me personally, not so much, just because of I feel like just with my game style, there's not as drastic of a change to my game, but I feel like had I maybe not be 6'11" and not have the ability to serve as well as I do, I feel like definitely it's something that can take a lot of time.
And what do you say about, there was a lot of talk during the US Open about the next generation stars. What's your take on that? How do you get along with the other guys? Do you think it helps you in terms of the competition, motivation?
Yeah, I mean, mainly the Americans, I think, are what's been huge for me, having all my friends around. I mean, obviously, there's, like you said, there's 16 guys, top 300. I mean, there's Taylor Fritz really set the standard pretty high, and we all knew that we could play at that level, and it was just a matter of mentally being prepared to do it, and having Taylor, Francis, and Tommy Paul and Michael Mo, like those guys, we're all pretty competitive, but we're all really good friends. So I mean, we have a pretty good relationship, and just kind of having those few doing the same thing makes it a lot more fun and less stressful, I guess. Usually I'll hit in the morning for 2.5 hours.
Mm-hmm.
I'll start around 10, end around 12:30, and then I'll get lunch, relax for an hour and a half or two, and then I'll do fitness. And then that usually is about an hour and a half, and then I'll do treatment and like rehab stuff, preventative work on my body to make sure I stay healthy.
Has tennis changed much for juniors in recent years, and how do you see the USTA junior player development? The USTA Florida is a very strong section, so you probably had a good competition. Well, what's your take on that?
The competition in Florida was great. The player development is definitely different now from when I was there. The generation that they have that is the young generation, 18, 19, 20, that they have now is ridiculously strong, arguably as strong as it's ever been. And I think the program was set up great. Patrick did a great job. Patrick McEnroe running player development, getting juniors there, living there on a full-time basis, was huge. I know it's not ideal to take kind of kids away from their home and whatnot, but as far as producing tennis players, for me at least, and I think I can speak on behalf of Taylor Fritz as well and Tommy. I mean, without having that full-time environment of the USTA, then I don't know what would, where we would all be at. But I think it's so important to have like a consistent coaching basis, not just something that's like 10, 12 weeks a year. Tennis is at least 50 weeks per year sport.